Congratulations, Hawkeyes, and welcome to the University of Iowa's 2021 Spring Commencement. Obviously, we're recognizing your commencement in a unique way, but even though our entire celebration is virtual, our pride in your accomplishments remains as strong and bright as at any Iowa commencement. In fact, you're a very special class of Iowa graduates, having finished your studies during a global pandemic unprecedented in our lifetime. Throughout it, you showed commitment and resilience in completing your degrees, and you set a great example for our entire campus. As always, we stand together as Hawkeyes with strength, purpose, and pride. Today, many of you are gathering either in person or virtually with your loved ones, and any commencement is also a recognition of a team effort. So today, we also thank and recognize the family members, friends, teachers, mentors, and so many others who have added their support and their love to get you here to where you are today. I'd like to just take a moment and have you reflect on all the help that they've provided, because I want you later in your life to think back on this moment and think back on all those loved ones who got you here. Pay it back. In the future, remember all the support they gave you and return the favor to some other person who needs it in their lives. Soon you will be moving on to new phases of your own lives, whether that be professional or personal or community and maybe even educational. But know that you've been a very central part of our community. You've added your excellence to this entire university while studying here, and you've contributed to our campus and larger community in so many ways. And looking forward, we're grateful that your future accomplishments will always be part of our proud Iowa legacy. We know that you will represent yourself, your university, and your profession with honor and integrity, and we know that you will make people's lives so much better through your talent, your compassion, and your newly minted knowledge and skills. Even though the years ahead promise major changes for you, please know that the University of Iowa will always be here and welcoming for you to come back to our campus. As alumni, you will always be part of who we are, who we have been, and who we will become. Once again, congratulations, good luck, and best wishes for great success in the wonderful years ahead of you. We are very, very proud of you. And remember, as we like to say around here, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye. Go Hawks.
Welcome, graduating students, family, and friends. I am honored to join President Harold in bringing you greetings and heartfelt congratulations from the University of Iowa on this very special occasion. There is no question this is a very different graduation day than the one you have probably imagined many times over the years. But even though we're at a distance from each other, you can be sure that today you are surrounded by the joy and the very best wishes of your peers, family, and friends, as well as the many faculty and staff who have been your teachers, coaches, and mentors, and who are all so very proud of you. It's been a real privilege to work with you and to watch what you have achieved along the way. As proud as your family and friends are at this moment, you should know that this is also one of the proudest moments in the life of your college and the University of Iowa. This is what we work so hard for, to see our students achieve their goals. Even better is knowing how very well prepared you are to transition into the next stage of your professional or academic life, wherever your path may take you. You've worked with excellent faculty and mentors, received the highest quality education, and met rigorous academic standards. You've built powerful knowledge and skills while demonstrating the talent and drive it takes to succeed as a student at Iowa. As if that weren't enough, this graduating class has faced unprecedented challenges that tested your determination and your resilience, and you came through it with flying colors. When you put all of those qualities and experiences together, knowing that you are going to be putting those strengths into the service of your professions and your communities, it's exciting to think about what a difference you will make. You will be innovators in a time of change, leaders in your field, and champions of social justice. You will continue to learn and discover and create. You'll be a positive force in the lives of others. And through it all, you will be carrying on the proud tradition of the Hawkeyes that came before you. I know you will continue to make us proud, just as you have always been proud to have graduated from this great university. The University of Iowa community joins me in wishing you the very best success.
Hello, I'm Dr. Brooks Jackson, University of Iowa Vice President for Medical Affairs and the Tyrone D. Arts Dean of the Roy J. and Lucille A. Carver College of Medicine. It is my honor and privilege to join you in celebrating the Carver College of Medicine class of 2021. As you know, the past year has been unlike any other in the history of our college and this great university. The coronavirus pandemic has altered every aspect of our academic health system, how we care for patients, lead advances in biomedical research, and educate and prepare the next generation of healthcare professionals. For students in the Carver College of Medicine, the epidemic led to the temporary suspension of regular classes and clerkships and the transition to virtual instruction. While certainly necessary, it was understandably disappointing for our students, who gained valuable experience and insight from real-time interaction with instructors, classmates, and patients. Yet, thanks to the creativity of our faculty and staff, combined with the resilience and passion of our students, we were able to pivot successfully to new ways of learning under very challenging circumstances to allow our student to nonetheless progress through their academic training. And while I wish that we could be together in person for the traditional graduation ceremony, I am pleased to offer my heartfelt congratulations on your hard work and dedication throughout this truly unprecedented academic year. This evening's graduates will receive degrees from two distinct Carver College of Medicine programs, the Master in Medical Education degree, the Doctor of Medicine degree. To all of our graduates, and on behalf of the Carver College of Medicine, we join your families and friends in expressing our pride in your commitment, your growth, and your academic achievements. Graduation is a memorable milestone on the path to your medical careers. We are fortunate to have such a dedicated and compassionate group of individuals who have reached the defining moment. I, along with so many others across the college, are filled with admiration over how you responded to the challenges of the past year, a year not only defined by the pandemic, but also by the national reckoning around racial injustice. In addition to your academic responsibilities, many of you volunteered your time and energy to serve our local communities and to be a voice for others. Many of you assisted our faculty and staff in responding to the coronavirus pandemic and in shaping our efforts to provide a more welcoming and inclusive environment for all. And many of you provided invaluable support to one another during a physically and emotionally exhausting time for us all. Your actions have been deeply felt here in the Carver College of Medicine and truly appreciated. And while this is not the type of celebration we would have preferred for our students, I hope you all have been able to gain perspective and even inspiration from the events of the past year. And I sincerely hope that one day you will look back on this time with pride for overcoming challenges to achieve your goals as students while also protecting yourselves, your classmates, and the greater community. I know personally that your words and actions have only strengthened my conviction that the future of medicine is in very good hands. And is so often the case during times of uncertainty, our society values the expertise of physicians and other healthcare professionals. In times of crisis, people look to individuals with the education and experience you have received and the empathy you have developed. May you always remember that you have prepared for such moments, and may you move forward knowing that we are so very proud of you. And ultimately, may you pursue your profession with commitment, with curiosity, and with kindness. I wish each of you the very best as you mark the special occasion of your graduation and your commencement as alumni of the Roy J. and Lucille A. Carver College of Medicine. And now it is my honor to turn the podium over to Dr. Christopher Cooper.
Good evening, everyone. Through the miracle of modern 20th century technology, I'm speaking to you from the past in order to congratulate you in the present and talk to you about the future. And through the miracle of 21st century technology, you can't see that this talk is actually being filmed in a large closet in the medical labs building. It appears to me that this closet was probably abandoned in the mid-'70s because of asbestos. I probably should have worn my N95 mask, come to think of it. I don't suppose you guys will pan the camera around to show everybody the room? No, I didn't think so. I'm actually surprised you were able to get Dean Jackson in this room. I think last year they actually opened up the old Capitol for him to film his part. What? Seriously? At Hansher? On the weekend? Well, how nice for him. At any rate, this is always such a happy event, and I'm glad to be here to share it with you today. Well, actually not here, but I'm hoping I was able to share it with all of you and your family and guests at our hooding ceremony earlier today, which was definitely not to be construed as your graduation ceremony. As you all know, a graduation ceremony would involve getting everybody together, putting on their robes, putting on their hoods, getting their diplomas, sharing it with family and friends. And so that wasn't allowed by the university, as you know, so definitely this should be construed as the official graduation ceremony. In addition to congratulating you, I want to take a few minutes and offer some reflections. The other day, actually it was about 6 months ago, I asked one of my colleagues at another institution how he was doing, and his reply was, "I'm doing all right for my first pandemic, but I'll certainly do some things differently the next time around." I thought that was actually a good statement, and actually a good sentiment as well. He was giving himself a pass because it was his first time, but he was also being self-reflective and working on self-improvement. The pandemic was a first for all of us. I'm going to hazard a guess that the vast majority of you are becoming medical doctors for the first time today. You know, it's good figuring like that, which landed me in a dean's position, which ultimately landed me in this closet. Another first for you will come next month when you start residency. With this in mind, I think you need to keep the same attitude as my colleague and remember that residency is a first for you. You're not perfect. No one expects you to be. So be willing to give yourself a pass when you make mistakes. But be reflective about what you can do differently, not only during residency, but through your career. Also remember there are those who have been through residency before, so you don't have to learn all the lessons on your own. Look for mentors and don't hesitate to ask them questions. One of my favorite mentors in fellowship used to say, "Chris, I'm telling you about my mistakes so you don't have to make them for yourself." He was a great mentor and unfortunately one of the nearly 600,000 people in our country that died from COVID over the last year. Many of the lessons he taught me and many of his trainees live on. On a broader note, to my knowledge, we're all first-timers and amateurs in life. You know, I was actually the best parent in the world until I had children. Apologies to my own kids. You got an amateur and a slow learner who thought he actually knew more than he did. The point I'm trying to make is be ready to give yourself a pass in life as well. It's your first time around, I think. Perhaps more importantly, give your patients a pass. Do not judge them. I told you this at your orientation, and I'm repeating it now because it's so important. Your role as a physician is to help and to serve your patients, and not to judge. Judging people comes from an arrogance that you know that if you were put in their same situation, you would have done something different or better. You guys know a lot, and you've been taught a lot, but you're not all-knowing. Sorry to bring some of you down. Maybe none of us are doing the best we can, but then again, maybe all of us are doing the best we can. Either way, there's always room for improvement. Science and the scientific method is based on the assumption that we don't know the truth and that we should continually be asking questions, generating hypotheses that you can test, evaluating the data, and repeating the process. So don't ever stop being humble and trying to learn and trying to improve in residency and in your career and in life. I am so very proud of each of you and this class as a whole. You've been a truly amazing class, both before and during the recent trying times. I think you are desperately needed in our society today more than ever. I view your commencement as physicians as part vaccination and part steroid injection for a sick and injured society. Our society seems to be on the rising slope of a pandemic-like wave of hyperreactivity characterized by intolerance and absolute binary type thinking, hatred and violence, a lack of civility, and a breaking of our civilization. I truly believe that your altruism will make a difference, and I know that you believe this too. Your actions of service and kindness will help heal individuals and help society heal. And through your role modeling of responsiveness and thoughtfulness, you will help break the cycle, this vicious cycle of hyperreactivity. We all need you, and you have my sincere thanks in advance for the service you're going to provide to our society and to humanity. It really has been my great privilege to serve as your Associate Dean, and it has also been my pleasure. And I thank you for your support and patience and understanding with me as well. I wish you each the very best in your careers and life. And on behalf of all of us in OSAC and the College of Medicine, we will remain here to support you beyond graduation. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us at any time. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Sophia Williams Perez, a fourth-year medical student from Cedar Falls, Iowa, and an ensign in the United States Navy. I don't really know what an ensign is or what the rank order is in the Navy, but having worked with Sophia extensively over the last year, I would have made her at least a first-class seaman. But what do I know? I'm a urologist. Sophia received a BA in biochemistry and a minor in Spanish from Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa. While at the Carver College of Medicine, she has served in multiple roles in student government, including student body president, governmental relations chairperson, and co-mayor of the Phlox Learning Community. She has also been heavily involved in research through her medical school career and has contributed and presented research at the international, national, and local levels, in addition to co-authoring multiple publications. Sophia is a Carver Humanism Honor Society inductee and the recipient of the William C. Weiss MD Award, both of which recognize her compassion, respectfulness, and meritorious contribution to the medical college and community. In addition, she was recently honored with the university's 2021 Distinguished Student Leader Graduate Professional Award. This is in special recognition of her achievements in leadership, learning, and loyalty. This summer, she will begin residency training in general surgery at the Baylor College of Medicine in Houston. We are grateful to Sophia for her many contributions during her time at the Carver College of Medicine, and we are pleased to have her introduce the speaker for this year's Carver College of Medicine commencement address. Please welcome Sophia Williams Perez.
Thank you, Dr. Cooper. Congratulations to the class of 2021. And also, a thank you to the student body for allowing me to, and more importantly, trusting me to, represent your voices over this past year. And what a year it has been. But it is truly an honor to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Dr. Justin Cipla. Dr. Cipla has been on the faculty in anatomy and cell biology since 2010, and he holds a secondary appointment in the Department of Neurology. He received his PhD from Stony Brook University, and since coming to Iowa, has taken on the mantle of a long legacy of excellence in neuroanatomy at the University of Iowa. Dr. Cipla fulfills several leadership roles in the medical curriculum at Iowa, notably co-directing Mechanisms of Health and Disease 2 and co-directing the Mechanisms of Health and Disease strand. Moreover, he has meaningfully expanded opportunities for neuro-teaching at Iowa, creating several new courses in neuroscience for senior medical students and residents. Dr. Cipla is widely loved by the students, having won the Carver College of Medicine's M1 Teacher of the Year Award 2 times, once in 2017 and again in 2019. He played one of the most pivotal roles that an educator can play during our preclinical curriculum and was much more than just a professor. He became students' trusted advisor, a brilliant comrade, and an incredibly available and supportive friend and colleague. Dr. Cipla is one of the few professors who truly dedicated every ounce of his time towards ensuring we received an unparalleled educational experience and made sure we knew he was accessible to provide help whenever it was needed. I'm sure all professors want their learners to succeed, but Dr. Cipla, with his abundant enthusiasm and the sheer enjoyment he took watching medical students succeed, made us feel incredibly special and important. With qualities like that, it's no surprise we selected him to deliver our commencement address. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Justin Cipla.
And we're live this one last time. Thank you, Sophia, and the class of 2021 for that kind introduction. I feel privileged to teach medical students for a living, and it's a great honor, the honor of my life really, to be asked to speak at your commencement. Let me start by congratulating all of you on your tremendous achievement. It is no small feat to finish med school. I don't need to convince you of this, you lived it, but it bears saying to everyone at the onset, this is awesome. Pure joy. I'm not a physician, so I will address you instead as a teacher of physicians, as a scientist and fellow learner, as a friend, your occasional classmate even, and as a lifelong patient. My message will center on three things: the awe of being human, the collaborative responsibility we all share of educating each other, and the importance of advocating for science. These are all interrelated, but let's start with awe. It's the most important. Since this message is pre-recorded and we are gathered at distance, I'm going to take a moment here to set the stage. All of us, right now, wherever we are hurtling through outer space on a rock circling a flaming star at a speed of 67,000 miles per hour. Yet, we feel still. The sun is carrying us around the center of our galaxy at some 490,000 miles per hour, faster yet. And the Milky Way herself is wheeling us around the universe at an astounding 1.3 million miles per hour. The scales get absurdly large and unimaginable the further we zoom out. Yet here you are, zoomed in, listening to a bald guy with a fancy hat on a video screen. As you watch the screen, light waves are reflecting back on your retina, traveling some 186,000 miles per second, between the screen and your face, tripping a protein switch in your retina that captures each photon as a localized space-time event, a quantum sensor that allows your brain to construct the image of my bald head and fancy hat in your mind's eye. Light waves aren't color, but you see. Meanwhile, air pressure waves generated by the speakers in the room are bombarding your skull at a lazy 760 miles per hour, where they are converted to fluid waves in your ear. Air pressure waves don't sound like anything, but you hear. As your friends and family may be guessing at this point, I teach brain at Carver. What you may not know, dear colleagues, is that I trained as an anthropologist, not as a neuroscientist. The way humans relate to the world and to each other interests me just as much as the inner workings of our nervous system. No matter who you come across in life, people are trying to understand the universe in their own way, trying to find meaning in the struggles of their life, succeeding at times, faltering at others, and doing whatever they can to pursue their concept of the good life and share it with others. Life is hard, and every culture needs its healers to thrive. While physicians aren't endowed with superpowers, you do have a special ability to help heal individuals, and by extension, whole communities. This sacred responsibility goes back thousands of years. I don't see it any differently when talking about modern academic medicine. And you, all of you graduating today, have stepped up to that plate. Get ready, the fastballs will be coming at you 100 miles per hour. Did you ever see that movie Dodgeball? Best training montage of all time. Greatest advice any movie character ever gave any other movie character after throwing a wrench at them was this: if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's our job here, you know, chucking wrenches. CCOM has been throwing lovingly crafted, figurative wrenches at you for 4 years. And you dodged them. But hey, your reflexes are dialed in now, aren't they? Your brains are bursting with medical knowledge and freshly honed clinical skills. At times, this was painfully earned, but the point is you're going to see some of the fastballs coming at you in residency and duck at just the right moment. Curveballs might still get you and knock you down, but you'll get up and twitch a little sooner the next time. It will take a lifetime to refine those reflexes. They will never be perfected, but you'll get bruised less and less often. To be clear, if anyone actually throws a baseball at you in residency or a wrench, you should probably report them to the appropriate people. All right, hurtling through space, dodging wrenches. Where am I going with this? Our brains spend much of our lives constructing and reinforcing narratives about the significance of our actions. It's the main thing they do. It's basically a wet, wobbly drum machine up there laying down the beat. All those light waves and sound waves and body rhythms all mix together and combine in brain into the melodies of our emotions. When we engage in rituals like this one, the kick drum hits harder, right here. We feel this because this is a big deal. How you tell the story of you changes when you finish something and it's acknowledged. Certainly you were you yesterday, and you're going to be you tomorrow, but on one side of this ceremonial divide, you're an M4. On the other side, you're a medical doctor. It's not going to say student on your badge after this. The next time you're on an airplane and someone asks, "Is there a doctor on board?" you have to say yes. I expect that's going to feel profoundly different. I hope it does. But pause. Before you take that final step on the threshold of this momentous occasion, I urge you to reflect on the path that led you to this moment. Close your eyes if you wish. Orbicularis oculi, cranial nerve 7, you know the drill. Now fire up that default mode network in your brain and conjure to mind the key moments in your personal story, as only you can recall them. Pick a single event, a handful, whatever comes up. Got those scenes in mind? I'm willing to bet that, in nearly all cases, the memories in your head involve people important to you. The people that made the difference. Your people. When I was preparing these remarks and started thinking about the time we've all spent together, the spotlight for me immediately landed on my 5th grade teacher, Tom Still, and among others, on one of your very own classmates, Claire Castaneda. I'll talk about them in a minute. But who did you think about? Maybe they are relatives, friends, your classmates, or mentors. Perhaps they are heroes known only to you from their works, or divine figures. Today is about you, certainly, but it's also about them. Maybe you came to Carver knowing exactly what kind of doctor you wanted to be, or maybe your path was bendier and that certainty was achieved more recently. However it happened, the twists and turns on your trail were marked by people pointing you around corners. Your incredible success here is due in great part to these VIPs. Yeah, they didn't take your step exams for you, but no success is individual. The very idea of success and achievement is a social construct that only exists if we agree on it. So you're in this together, you and all your people. I'd sure like to meet them if I could, and thank them for sending us such gifted students. I mentioned Tom Still earlier, who was my 5th grade teacher. In the long pedigree of mentors and mentees, you're now connected to Mr. Still through me. So if you'll permit me, I want to briefly discuss his contribution to your education. Mr. Still returned from Vietnam in the early 70s and decided that the way he was going to heal himself was by teaching school children like me how to respect and love this world we share. He used to invite us out to the hilltop behind our elementary school to gaze up at the stars, to learn about astronomy and physics, identify the constellations, and ponder the significance of the patterns writ upon the sky by ancient people. I'm still transfixed. It's why I went into anthropology, why I became a teacher, and why I told you that story earlier about hurtling through space. What I learned from Mr. Still almost 40 years ago, and what I hope to communicate through him, really comes down to this. Be in awe of being alive, and savor that feeling of awe whenever you feel it, whatever its source. Then, teach it. I've tried to take that approach in teaching you about the brain. When in doubt, communicate your awe and the rest will sort itself out. I hope you will consider that tack as teachers. The word doctor, after all, has a Latin origin from a word meaning to instruct or point out. You are physicians now, yes, but you are also teachers. While training with you in the clerkships, I saw firsthand how skilled you became at teaching patients about their biology in lay terms. Watching the M1s in PCS, then clerks, then interns, then PGY2s and 3s cultivate that teaching voice is one of the most joyful things I get to witness in med school. We teach teachers here, and your voice is sorely needed. We live in a time when Americans' confidence in science is strained. Today, the perspectives of scientists are often dismissed or treated with outright hostility by some segments of our citizenry. In popular media, pseudoscientific ideas about seemingly anything can get equal weight with experimental evidence. So more than ever, I make this request. Be teachers and popularizers of science. People respect their doctors. This gives you an unequaled opportunity to talk about science issues with your patients. We don't teach skepticism or science literacy in our K-12 system nearly as well as we might. I'm not asking you to lecture your patients on the scientific method, and you certainly won't have time for that, but I invite you to bring them to the table if they will eat. The best doctors I've had in my life have always taken the time to explain to me the reason for their confidence or lack thereof, and even provided me with primary literature in the exam room so I might understand what's going on with my body. Yeah, I'm the nightmare patient who asks esoteric questions about basic science during a checkup, but I too respect and deeply value the opinion of my doctor. And not only patients, you must continue to teach each other. Many of you will soon be teaching medical students coming right up behind you. Take time to engage them where they are. Be the resident every med student wants to rotate with. You know the ones. The residents who take time in the workroom to hand out pearls, review student cases, teach clerks to write better notes. Those people are saints. Aspire to that. Share your awe with your learners. We talk about being lifelong learners in education, but that's all lifelong learning really is to me. Relentless sharing of awe. And let me say, you're leaving an impressive mark already. Owing to your passion and creativity, your activism, your research, and your pursuit of wellness, both for your patients and for each other, you are leaving our college and community a better place than you found it. Your fortitude and grace through the pandemic is already legendary among your colleagues. You've even changed our curriculum, from the way we teach foundational science across the 4 years, to the way we teach about healthcare disparities, or more recently, how we are going to teach medication-assisted treatment for substance use disorders, and countless other examples I could name. Your partnership has made our institution stronger, for you, but also for the future. One of you even discovered a new brainstem nucleus, and I'll be teaching next year's M1s about it. I'll let you figure out who it was named after. It's called the LJA5. This is why I refuse to use a textbook. They can't keep up with the class of 2021. To conclude, I want to address you on a personal level. I mentioned your classmate earlier, Claire Castaneda. Claire is currently taking a pathology externship, so she isn't graduating tonight, but you know who she is. She came up with your class, and while you were all taking MOHD2 together back in spring of 2018, Claire said the most important words anyone has ever said to me in all of my academic career. As I closed out my final lecture, she came down to the podium and said this: "Thank you for teaching me. You made me believe I can actually become a doctor." Before Claire, I was someone who taught med students about the brain. After Claire, I was someone who taught med students how to become doctors. That completely changed the way I look at my job. It gave me the confidence to dive deeper, to train alongside you in the clinics, to try to understand the culture of your med school and address some of its challenges, to take bigger roles in our curriculum, to stand here today as a PhD, wishing a cohort of newly minted MDs the very best in their careers. Thank you for saying that, Claire. And to all of you, the whole class of 2021, thank you for welcoming me into your world and for giving me the opportunity to speak to you this one final time. My only regret is that Frolics got canceled last year and I didn't get to be in your band. I am proud of you. I am in awe of you. All of us at Carver will be singing praises of your successes for years to come. Please stay in touch and reach out anytime to share your stories with us, especially the awesome ones. This is your college, now and always. Keep teaching us. Congratulations and Godspeed. Go Hawks!
Thank you, Dr. Zipla. My name is Jane Lindsay Miller, and I serve as director of the Masters in Medical Education program. It is a distinct honor to present to everyone this year's graduate of our program. The MME student receiving their degree tonight brings the total number of graduates to 56, representing over 15 different departments or programs within the Carver College of Medicine. The MME program is one of the college's marks of distinction, dedicated to developing a community of academic medical faculty with formal training in education and committed to creating and sustaining a culture of educational excellence. This community of exemplary educators serves not only the Carver College of Medicine, but also UI Healthcare, the University of Iowa, and the medical education community at large. Lifelong learning through reflection is essential for physicians in clinical practice, as well as the educators who teach them. Fostering that lifelong learning is at the heart of the MME program and our educational mission. Congratulations to all of tonight's graduates.
President Harold, this candidate, having completed all of the requirements for the degree of Master in Medical Education, is recommended to you by the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine for the conferring of this degree.
On recommendation of the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on you the Master in Medical Education degree, as qualified and designated.
Megan McDonald.
President Harold, these candidates, having completed all the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Medicine, are recommended to you by the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine for the conferring of this degree.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Medicine and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree of Doctor of Medicine as qualified and designated.
Dean Jackson, on behalf of the faculty and administration of the Carver College of Medicine, I present to you these graduates who have just been awarded the degree of Doctor of Medicine. If we were all together in person, like we were this afternoon, they would now be presented with their doctoral hoods and diplomas. The shell of the hood matches the black material of the gown and is lined with the old gold color of the University of Iowa. The velvet border of the hood is indicative of medicine, which is traditionally represented by the color green.
Dr. Roshan A. Abed. Dr. Kelsey Lee Adler. Dr. Russ Adwin. Dr. Lindsay Julia Augustinelli. Dr. Christopher A. Amdahl. Dr. Julie Ann Amendola. Dr. Eric Weston Anderson. Dr. Mitchell Ahrens. Dr. Nolan James Asprey. Dr. Olivia Atari. Dr. Elijah Christian Auk. Dr. Sarah Bakir. Dr. Nicholas Ian Richard Barchat. Dr. Teresa Marie Benskin. Dr. Shelby Ann Bloomer. Dr. Lauren Boland. Dr. Patrick Luke Brow. Dr. Maddie Brindle. Dr. Brady Alexander Campbell. Dr. Jeffrey Ray Carley. Dr. Brian Nicholas Casillas. Dr. Grace Marie Schabel. Dr. Melissa Pearl Chan. Dr. Samantha Shoan Chang. Dr. Kevin Shong. Dr. Dobbin Choi. Dr. Michael Brian Clapp. Dr. Holly Kristen Conger. Dr. David Joseph Crompton. Dr. Tucker Edward Dangramond. Dr. Lucas Ronald DeYoung. Dr. Austin Dean DeLaw. Dr. Kevin Charles Doe. Dr. Sarah Marie Doherty. Dr. Levi Andrew Endelman. Dr. Nicholas James Evans. Dr. Marissa Rachel Evers. Dr. Megan Lee Fellows. Dr. Benjamin Schwarzendruber Fick. Dr. Tyler Matthew Foley. Dr. Rosemarie Wynne Freymark. Dr. Margaret K. Gannon. Dr. Waale Barinua Bara. Dr. Jenna Lynn Geik. Dr. Brendan Patrick George. Dr. Melissa Shelby Gildenberg. Dr. Logan Marshall Getzinger. Dr. Carrie Lynn Gollinghorst. Dr. Brian Thompson Grieve. Dr. Matthew Ellis Grunwald. Dr. Daisy Jillian Hanshaw. Dr. Cassandra Hardy. Dr. Ali Hassan. Dr. Michael William Heffernan. Dr. Alyssa Nicole Heinzman. Dr. Emma Marie Hensey. Dr. Zoetta Louise Hildreth. Dr. Chloe Tandis Halas. Dr. Mitchell Hoyer. Dr. Megan Pearl Horn. Dr. Connor James Houlihan. Dr. Kelly Christine Hubert. Dr. Jessica May Hui. Dr. Ashley Holbert. Dr. Heba Isaac Isaac. Dr. Nick Jensen. Dr. Brandon Michael Johnson. Dr. Nathaniel Keith Johnson. Dr. Austin Grant Kazarian. Dr. Ryan Kelly. Dr. Erdasa Khalid. Dr. Michael Russell Clemmy. Dr. Eric Scott Neller. Dr. Sarah Ann Cottonsteady. Dr. Kevin Bruce Lawrence. Dr. Kyle James Lupka. Dr. Po Han Lin. Dr. Wei Jen Liu. Dr. Catherine Sarah Marcus. Dr. Daniel Stevens Matasic. Dr. Christine Oganma Mabakwe. Dr. Anne Catherine Mice. Dr. Arthur Mercado. Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Merritt. Dr. Rory William Metcalf. Dr. Drew Michael Miller. Dr. Valen Amutha Molian. Dr. Irene Morquende Gonzalez. Dr. Cassandra Barbara Moylan. Dr. Marcos Munoz. Dr. Ann Nora. Dr. Raul Ocampo Landa. Dr. Michael Earl Ornes. Dr. Aram Pasha. Dr. Jane Elizabeth Persons. Dr. Madeline Renee Peters. Dr. Jared David Peterson. Dr. Vivian Ganon Pham. Dr. Andrew Michael Pogamiller. Dr. Hannah Elizabeth Pope. Dr. Gregory L. Power. Dr. Cindy Vanessa Puga. Dr. Deepika Raghavan. Dr. Allison Marie Rausch. Dr. Patrick William Rooney. Dr. Raven Sky Saunders Duckett. Dr. Luke Matthew Schiller. Dr. Destiny Rose Schmitz. Dr. Kieran Sherma. Dr. Joanna Isabel Magalhaes Silverman. Dr. Amrinder Singh. Dr. Mary Kate Skalatsky. Dr. Michael Slattery. Dr. Destiny Tita-June Sobanara Gui. Dr. Ryan Scott Stouty. Dr. Sierra Christine Stewerman. Dr. Robert David Thinnis. Dr. Hannah Joanne Thompson. Dr. Dylan Weston Todd. Dr. Victoria Lynn Trosch. Dr. Richard Isaac Eulenhop. Dr. Justin Valdez. Dr. Carly Jane Vanderhyde. Dr. Sarah Elizabeth Van Doren. Dr. Brandon Lee Vanderstoop. Dr. Joyce Marie Waba. Dr. Amaya Shirish Walimbi. Dr. Jackson Walsh. Dr. Kyle Patrick Walsh. Dr. Madeline Elizabeth Walsh. Dr. Cheryl L. Wong. Dr. Michael Warhank. Dr. Ryan Matthew Went. Dr. Benjamin Michael Wilkinson. Dr. Sophia Marie Williams Perez. Dr. Bethlehem Wole. Dr. Neely Ann Woolridge. Dr. Kelly Huji Hyam. Dr. Ton Yu.
I would now like to address the doctors of medicine, as you have come upon a decisive moment in your development as a physician. You are about to recite the physician's oath, which is based on the oath of Hippocrates. While you took a very similar oath at the Carver College of Medicine white coat ceremony a few years ago at the start of your medical education, and as you have honored that promise, the next few moments will set you apart from your medical school career. This oath is a symbol of your commitment to the healing arts and is an acknowledgement of your solemn duty to perform to the very best of your ability. I ask you to think very seriously about what the oath means, especially the importance it signifies to those you will serve in your role as a healthcare provider. As you commit to each paragraph, concentrate on the meaning of your vow and how you must see it through. Thus, acknowledging the magnitude of this ceremony, I now ask the Doctor of Medicine graduates to please rise. I'd also like to invite Joyce Waba, our student recipient of the 2021 Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award, to come forward to lead the graduates in reciting the physician's oath.
I do solemnly swear by that which I hold most sacred that, as I enter the profession of medicine, my primary responsibility will always be towards my patients. I will regard my patients always as fellow human beings and will do everything possible to preserve their dignity. I will try to treat and prevent disease, maintain health, and aid my patients in realizing their life's potential, so far as is possible with the skills of medical science. I will seek to inform my patients fully about their illnesses, and I will always remember that the final decision regarding their own life rests with them. I will never knowingly do a disservice, and I will do everything possible to preserve the privacy of my patients. I will perform my professional role to the best of my ability, and I will never hesitate to call upon the assistance of other physicians or health professionals when indicated. I will try always to cooperate with my fellow professionals and will seek actively to improve my profession and the service it delivers. I will remember that I am a participating member in a larger community, and as a trusted servant of that community, I share responsibility for the planning of social policy toward constructive goals. I pledge to continue to educate myself throughout my career and continually to engage in a critical re-examination of myself as a rational, emotional, and spiritual human being.
Class of 2021, congratulations. Our state and nation are fortunate to receive such bright, talented, and compassionate physicians, researchers, educators, and healthcare providers. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge some other very important people here with us. In addition to celebrating your accomplishments, commencements are also a time for us to express gratitude and appreciation to the parents, spouses, family members, and friends of tonight's graduates. You have helped make this journey possible with your love, support, and encouragement. We recognize this is a celebration for you as well. I would also like to recognize and extend my appreciation to our outstanding faculty members, many of whom are watching tonight to celebrate our new graduates. Thank you for your dedication and support as you have helped guide, nurture, and mentor this outstanding class of graduates. I wish each of you the very best as you embark on your future endeavors. If your career plans take you away from Iowa, please know you are always welcome and encouraged to come see us when you are back in town. And if you are staying here, we are very glad to have you. To formally conclude, I ask the graduates to please stand, and I ask the audience to join me in concluding these proceedings by saluting you with a round of applause.
On behalf of the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, let me give my heartfelt congratulations to everyone graduating today. Today is a day for celebration, and we celebrate this moment of achievement that each of you has reached today. The past year has been one like none that any of us have experienced. The pandemic has changed so many things about the way we live our lives. This goes for pursuing higher education as well. It has made things far more challenging for you as you completed your studies, but you have persevered through unprecedented circumstances to achieve your goal of receiving your degree. Commencement is when we fulfill the most crucial mission of higher education, graduating talented people like you who will go on to make a positive impact on our society. Though today's commencement ceremony is not a traditional format, and not what you were expecting when your college career started, this in no way takes away from the tremendous accomplishment of graduating. The common theme of all commencement ceremonies is that we celebrate the value of education and your achievement. As you embark on an exciting new chapter of your life and the many successes that lie ahead of you, take a moment to reflect that you are all now graduates of the University of Iowa, one of the great public universities in our country. You should be proud of the people that helped support you and help get you to this significant moment. As a mom and someone who supported her children and others during their college journey, I can say that they are extremely proud of you. Receiving a degree is one of life's truly great moments. Once again, congratulations to you all. The Board of Regents, State of Iowa, is very pleased and proud to call you alumni of the University of Iowa.